Coming up next from Sullivan University, it's Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live in Kitchen Theater, where you're going to learn the secrets to a vegetarian meal that's bursting with flavor. And have you ever thought about making pasta at home but been intimidated by it? No longer. We've got the secrets to doing it in your own kitchen, coming up from one of Louisville's best chefs. It's Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live, and it starts right now.
From Kitchen Theater at Sullivan University, this is Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live with your host, Kentucky's own Kevin Harnett, and America's Chief Entertaining Officer, Tim Laird. Here now, ready to reveal the secrets, Kevin Harnett.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to our show, Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. I'm Kevin Harnett. He's been the man behind the food at some of Louisville's top restaurants like Z's Fusion, Equus, Volare, and now Marketplace at Theater Square. His name is Dallas McGarity, and he's here with us today to reveal his secrets. What do you say? We get the show started with our host, Tim Laird.
All right, thank you, Kevin. We are excited. I'll tell you what, it's a great day to be in Kitchen Theater. We have another incredible chef. We have Dallas McGarity. He is phenomenal down at Marketplace Restaurant. Dallas McGarity, come on out. How are you, buddy? Good, good. How are you, Chef?
Good to see you, Tim.
Always good to see you. I'll tell you, and let me get this. It's Marketplace Restaurant at Theater Square, okay, right?
Yeah. It might be Theater Square Marketplace to some people. It might be the old Kentucky Theater. It might be all kinds of crazy stuff. It might be that restaurant on 4th Street that we want to go to that we haven't been to yet.
I'll tell you, it's a fun area, and also fire features, water features. I mean, you got it all going on, don't you?
There's a lot happening down there. It's a busy place.
It is, and a lot of fun. But anyway, I'll tell you what, we're excited. What are you going to make for us, Chef? What do we have?
Today we're going to make a little tomato and mozzarella arancini, which is a risotto fritter.
Ooh.
It's a southern Italian kind of street food.
Where do we start, Chef?
All right, I'm going to start with the risotto.
Okay. So anyway, hot pan. You start out
a little bit of olive oil.
A little bit of olive oil.
And then a little tiny bit of butter to start off with. Well,
of course.
I say tiny bit, but
that's tiny in our
that's
language.
tiny in my world. So
I like that, and that's a nice combination too with the oil, the butter.
oil and the butter kind of helps add a little bit of that rich.
And like you said, I mean, with this type of rice, it's very starchy. I mean, that's what gives it that nice creamy texture and everything.
Exactly.
This is going to drink up a lot of goodies, right? So that's why you can use a lot of liquid on this.
I got a very finely chopped onion, just a yellow onion. I start off with that, and we're going to kind of sweat that down a little bit. You don't want it to brown, because if it browns, then you got brown things in your rice, and that just kind of looks weird. So, but you want to extract all the flavor out of the onion without it browning at all, because you don't want that brownness to impart any flavor.
I don't want brown things in my rice.
Like so you just want to cook it until it's a little translucent.
So it gets that glazed over look kind of thing, and then
you want to add the rice.
There it goes.
And that's pretty much that. You want to kind of toss this around. Don't let it sit on the burner. You want to keep moving it. It has to keep working, because if you don't,
a good secret, it'll burn on the bottom and stick.
Exactly.
I've done that before. Could you? I mean, that's how I know that happens.
And once it absorbs all the butter and the oil that are kind of sitting in the pan with the onion, that's kind of when you want to start adding liquid to it.
And that did not take long at all.
Yeah, it's pretty quick, because the onion's going to continue to cook, obviously.
Sure.
I got a little white wine right here, and that's kind of what you add at the beginning.
Great.
And then you just keep stirring.
And that's going to give it the wine will give it some flavor too.
The wine will give it a lot of flavor. It'll cook down, so you won't have that acidic alcohol-y thing going on.
And then you use warm water,
warm
right?
water,
so whatever liquid you're putting on there, you want it to have
exactly.
Warm,
You want to continue to add warm liquid to it, because if you add cold with liquid, it'll cool it down, and then it'll cook unevenly. Cool. And then you're going to have a sticky, stodgy mess going on, and some pieces will be cooked, some pieces will be crunchy, and nobody likes crunchy rice.
No, they don't.
But yeah, it's starting to thicken up pretty nice right here. And once you drag your spoon through it, you can see it starting to thicken just a bit.
Oh, yeah. Didn't take long at all.
Now we're going to pretend this is already done.
Oh, yeah, look. It's like magic of TV.
Obviously. But what I would do
40 minutes later.
Now, pretending this is already done.
40 minutes.
Turn it off the heat. And as soon as you turn off the heat, we're going to add a little Parmesan cheese to it. The Parmesan is going to help bring out a lot of that flavor as well from the wine you added earlier. It'll just kind of mimic that richness. You're just going to stir that in just a bit.
Again, that adds that creamy texture and everything else you got going on in there.
Yeah, it does, definitely. It helps the rice stay creamy. See that creaminess?
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful. That's what you want when you start to make risotto.
And it's like a wine and cheese pairing, right?
Absolutely.
We know wine and cheese goes together, right? All right.
Now I have some chopped tomatoes. I'm going to mix that in after it's already cooked.
All right.
So it's not to cook the tomatoes at all. And then I got some mozzarella cheese. We're going to mix that in because this is a tomato mozzarella.
Oh, talk about, again, that creamy texture, the mozzarella.
Then,
just
the creaminess of the mozzarella.
Oh.
The creaminess of the risotto. Just an upscale version of a cheese stick. So, anyway, what you do with this now is you put this aside.
Okay.
You let it completely cool before you touch it at all anymore.
All right.
So I'll stick this, I guess, right here. We don't really need that anymore.
Okay.
What you end up having is a mix that looks similar to this. It's really kind of, obviously it's kind of sticky, so you can't really, mess it up if you do it right. It's really easy. Now we're gonna roll this into balls and we're gonna bread them. 3-step breading process. So
anyway,
and then you're just gonna roll it into a ball. So like that.
Very easy.
I'm gonna do a couple of these, probably 3.
And again, this is on the menu, so you can always. This could be a fun appetizer to start out with.
It's actually on our app menu, so very cool. Nice and light, even though it looks like it's kind of heavy because of risotto and it's fried and all this. It's got cheese in it. It's still pretty light. If you want
cream, cheese, fried, mozzarella.
Yeah, I know, right?
Very light.
Well, anyway, and I make them in about 2-ounce balls. So we're gonna roll those in the flour. You want to coat the outside pretty well with flour. And then you're going to put them in the egg wash. Try to shake off the excess flour because you don't want to have all that sitting on there. It won't really hold the egg wash very well. So
that goes in. So again, the flour just kind of is that conduit that's going to have the egg stick to it, right?
Exactly. So and then it'll look like that. And then we're going to drop it in the breadcrumbs.
That good old panko, which is a lot crunchier than if you used
absolutely
breadcrumbs or something else.
It's almost like a cracker meal. It's got that.
Yeah.
When you cook it up, it's got that nice crunch on the outside. Just gonna roll it around. Whoop. Roll it around in there, shake it up, put a little breadcrumbs on top, and you basically want to just kind of bread it real light.
Make sure all of it gets coated all the way around.
Yeah.
You bet.
And this is what they look like once you bread them. I mean, they're pretty easy to make, and you can fry these in a pot at home. But now we're going to put them in our little bitty tiny fryer. Which is awesome.
This isn't what you use at the restaurant, is it, Chef?
I would never get anything done if that's all I had at the restaurant.
We'll be right with you. About another 20 minutes. We're on the round 2. This is great.
What I have in my fryer here is straight olive oil.
Okay. Olive oil.
At home, I like to fry in olive oil. It's a pomace olive oil, so it's a little bit different than using an extra virgin or anything like that. You don't want to fry an extra virgin, obviously.
Right. No.
But it'll impart a lot of that olive oil flavor to the outside of the crunch of this risotto bowl. So, and I'll just drop them in my basket.
Yeah, because the extra virgin doesn't have a high enough smoking point, right? So, but
yeah,
this olive oil.
If you use extra virgin, you're gonna have a fire probably. So you want to be careful and don't use extra virgin olive oil.
There's the secrets, I'll tell you.
Pomace has a little bit higher smoke point, but it's also it adds a lot of flavor. What we have right here is a little pesto aioli.
Okay.
It's basically a kind of a mayonnaise-based sauce kind of feel to it. It's kind of like basically pesto and mayonnaise mixed together. You use oil and egg a little bit.
Pesto aioli. So it's and look at that sauce.
Yeah, the color's awesome. The flavor's great with this because it's got the pesto with the Parmesan in it, and it's got the basil and the fresh basil. And these are obviously tomato mozzarella. I'm gonna maybe a tiny bit more on top. I always do it on this end, and I take the spoon and drag it across.
There it goes.
That way it holds on to the sauce, so you're not walking around with arancini and it falls off. Anyway, I think we're about ready on these. You want that nice, pretty golden outside, nice, crispy outside.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna put these actually on this.
Oh, look at that! Yeah,
everybody's
I said, don't go dunking your hands in there. Oh,
I know.
Yeah. That just came out of there.
I'm a professional.
I know, yes, you are.
And what I'll do is I'll just sit them in the center of the green.
Excellent.
Kind of close together, and then we take a nice pinch of Parmesan and you just put over the top of them, and then that is our tomato mozzarella and cheese.
Incredible. All right, stay with us. More Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live coming up.
everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. I'm Kevin Harnett. We've got a raucous crowd in Kitchen Theater. They're excited, and you know why if you've been watching, because they've learned the secrets to making the risotto fritter, the gourmet version of a cheese stick from Marketplace at Theater Square with Dallas McGarity. And now it's time for one of our lucky studio audience members to see how he did. What do you say? It's time for the taste test. Let's go down to Tim Laird. Tim?
Thank you, Kevin. Absolutely, we're having fun in Kitchen Theater. And by the way, I'm here with Katie, one of our lucky audience members. Hello, Katie.
Hello.
And you're actually supporting Hospice. That's how you got the tickets to the VIP section this seating. So we thank you for all your support. Did you see that process?
Yes, it looks awesome.
Didn't that look great?
Yeah.
And you get to taste that
I'm
for everybody.
excited.
So you're going to show us. Katie, come on in and let us know what you think.
Very good.
So, look at light up. Did you see that? We don't even need the lights on anymore. Look at that. It's great. Really that good?
That was so flavorful.
A lot of flavor.
Uh-huh.
A little crunch.
A little crunch.
Oh,
Cheesy.
gosh.
Very
Yeah,
good.
oh.
Very good.
No, that's the chef. Oh no, just kidding. She didn't say you're cheesy. No, Katie, thank you so much for all your support and everything you do, and thank you for tasting for us.
Thanks.
All right, chef. All right, tell me what fun we're gonna have with this. This looks like interesting.
We are going to make some fresh pasta. So I brought the
Homemade
big bowl.
Fresh. That is a big bowl.
So
Look at
yeah,
that.
so we're gonna do a semolina pasta. This is a traditional type pasta, mostly in the southern part of Italy, with straight semolina flour.
Okay.
So it's kind of coarse. It's a little more coarse than a regular old flour.
It has a nice little
And
yellow texture
Yeah, it has
or
a nice
color.
little texture to it and color to it. We're gonna make a little well in here. I'm gonna add a little salt. You always want to salt semolina pasta, just
Okay.
because it really won't have much flavor otherwise. So just kind of mix it around.
Very good.
And then in the center, I'm gonna make a little well. Not a big well, just a tiny little well. And then the other ingredient in this pasta is gonna be water.
So that's it. Those
That's
three
it.
ingredients.
Super simple. I always start with a little and kind of work my way into a little more, depending.
That goes right in the center.
And I'll take a spoon just to mix the pasta in to get it started, so you don't get too much stuff on your hands.
I see your technique. You're just drawing
You
a
just
little bit
kinda
of the
turn the
semolina in at
bowl
a time.
While you mix the flour into the water.
And see, this is a nice little technique too. Is you're spinning the bowl because I mean,
Yeah,
a lot
it
of people
helps,
times
you
they
know?
put it on a board, right?
Yeah,
they make the thing
and
on
then
a board.
they got a dirty board they got to deal with, and this way you got a dirty bowl you can just move out of the way.
There's the secret
So-
right there.
We're gonna add a little more water to it.
And really, you don't measure. You're just looking for.
Yeah, you're looking for consistency.
What it looks like,
texture. You know.
Almost to come like a
So-
dough ball of sorts.
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
And a little at a time. I see you just bringing
A
in
little at a time. So
only 3 ingredients.
only 3 ingredients to make a really cool dough. Now once you get it to this consistency right here,
Okay.
you definitely want to smash it. Just kind of press it down in there. You want it to absorb more of that semolina.
And this is quite a mixer you have here. Where'd you get that? Williams Sonoma, or is that a? I like you.
Yes, yes. Natural.
They're
you know, it's
automatic. Look at.
nature's best mixer. So, and I probably won't need all this semolina flour. So once I get it to this point,
Yeah.
you can see the dough is actually it's formed really.
So that's the
I mean, this is
consistency,
the
kind of what you
consistency
want
that
to.
you
and-
want, yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it into a couple strips. Now what I do with it is I take it and I roll it out into
Okay.
a log. And you just want to roll it out. No flour or anything like that.
I was gonna say, you know,
I mean,
you
can
usually
if
have the
you
flour
want,
on the
but
board.
I don't really need the flour because
You're a professional.
I like the way the tackiness feels of it all.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it feels nice. So
Yep.
It feels like Play-Doh. It reminds
See?
me of a child.
I
know,
told
like when
you
I'm-
the chef
I'm a
really
kid.
does play with his food.
Exactly.
This is like fun. This is like a fun project we can do at home now that we know the secrets, right?
Absolutely. We're gonna roll this out into a long strip. And we're gonna make trophy today.
Okay.
I go down the line and I cut it super thin.
Those are really thin.
We're gonna take this.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in the palm of my hand and I'm gonna go like that. And that's pretty much what it is. And
Oh,
you
these
just kind
little
of
long
flip it out,
strings.
and it's long little strings. It's kind of like, it almost looks like a French rolling pin, like a little, you know.
It's the French rolling pin from the
Very
Italian
simple.
region.
Exactly, right?
We got the pasta ready to roll.
Pasta's good. I'm gonna toss a little flour on it just so it doesn't stick very much at all. And let's see. Let's look at our water.
All right.
Make sure
Check
we're
out
good
our
over
water.
here, which should be rolling. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. So while that water is going, Anyway, we're gonna go on and start
good and
making our
boiling.
sauce. Now we're gonna use a little olive oil to start off.
Very good.
And then I'm gonna add my pea sprouts. I might not need quite this many. So obviously a super hot pan.
I was gonna say I could tell the sizzle.
But see, they wilt up nice. They don't.
Perfect. Yeah.
You can cook them for quite a while, and they don't really wilt too much. I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper to it.
And by the way, the salt and the peppers mixed together. Another little
Absolutely.
fun secret. You just
Yeah.
one.
I'm gonna go ahead and add my roasted vegetables in there.
That looks
Give
good.
it a little toss. You see, it's already a really green dish.
I know.
Super
Look at that.
clean,
How
super-
beautiful that looks.
Super clean flavors.
You guys smell that wonderful flavor down there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take it off the heat and I'm gonna add my tomato.
Okay.
I don't want it to bubble up on me, so probably won't need all that. But you can smell, because there's a little pesto in the sauce, you can smell that basil going on.
The basil's coming up.
We're just gonna turn that off and let that kind of sit there for a second.
Work together.
Now we got a little bit of pasta here.
Here comes your rolling pin
And
pasta.
I am gonna drop
Or what do you
this-
call? What do you actually call? What do you call it?
It's called Trophy, T-R-O-F-I-E.
trophy.
Trophy. And then you're gonna drop it into some awesome boiling water. Make sure it's boiling. But yeah, you want it to kind of simmer around, and you want to have enough water in the pot so it actually moves around. You don't want to crowd the
Yep,
pot.
that's
'Cause
another
if you crowd
big
the pot, it's gonna stick together and be clumpy and nasty. And
Another
you're gonna
big
have an
mistake
issue.
people make is they don't get enough water or a big enough pot for the pasta.
Exactly,
Right? I
exactly.
mean, it's just like then
Drives me insane.
because then it boils over. Have you ever had that happen?
Absolutely.
Last week?
No.
Okay.
But, I mean, our pasta is done,
Look at that.
and this is nice looking. Just
What a
really,
trophy.
really good texture pasta.
What a trophy.
We're gonna-
Don't you think? Is that?
Throw it in our sauce here.
Oh,
I'm gonna make sure and get as much out of here as I can.
perfect.
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just toss this in the sauce just a little. You don't want to really move it around too much. This is just gonna go in a bowl. I don't like to do too many foo-foo
Right.
things with
Well, you
my
have all
homemade
these
pasta.
great ingredients in here. Look at that.
You know, it's just gonna go in a bowl.
It's a true Italian style.
Exactly. Very, very traditional, kind of easygoing stuff. You know, Italians don't really. Their food's very simple. You know,
It's
simple but fresh.
and
So-
fresh and delicious.
exactly. And that's kind of the key.
Oh man.
And now what I like to do is take a handful of Parmesan and just kind of drizzle over the top.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's
There
a
it is.
simple homemade
Awesome.
pasta.
Wow. Chef, this looks incredible. Thank you so much for coming by and joining us. Hey, listen, would you stick around? I want to make a cocktail for you.
Absolutely.
Excellent. All right. Stay with us on Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. When we come back, I'm going to make a wonderful cocktail for Chef Dallas McGarity at Marketplace Restaurants. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. As we wrap up our show, we hope you've enjoyed it. You've watched Dallas McGarity prepare that cheese stick. It's the risotto fritter. And yeah, how about that pasta for the vegetarians out there? That is a dish you're going to want the recipe to. You'll find out how to get that in just a second. In the meantime, it's cocktail time with our own CEO. That's the Chief Entertaining Officer and our host, Tim Laird. Thank you, Kevin. We are having so much fun in the kitchen with Chef Dallas McGarity. Unbelievable show today. I love it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm thinking about what I need something fun for you. This is a fun cocktail. You have two fun cocktail bars. I love hanging out at Marketplace, just at the bars. But let me make one for you. This is a Southern Comfort Bold Black Cherry. So it's going to have a lot of cherry flavors to it, but still some nice spices from the whiskey of Southern Comfort. Kind of cinnamon, orange, vanilla. All those flavors go in there. Cherry. This is for two cocktails. So I'm like, whoa. I should mention. We don't measure, but that was one part, a big part of Southern Comfort Bold Black Cherry, and then about 2 parts of just cranberry juice, and then a good squeeze of lime. Again, as you know from what citrus does, you talked about
Absolutely.
that, what it does to all the ingredients. It wakes it up and just makes it so flavorful. Does the same thing with cocktails, and that's all I need because you have all the flavor of the bold cherry, cranberry. There's already flavor there. Give it a good shake. My favorite sound, isn't it? Don't you love that sound?
That's a nice sound, yeah.
You can hear that all the time
Sounds
in
like-
the bar.
sounds like summer, yeah.
It does. Sounds like my alarm clock.
Wow.
That gets you up in the morning, doesn't it? All right. I know we've heard that one before. Kevin goes, okay, Tim, we've heard that. All right. Anyway, let's pour these off and see what you think, Chef.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Boom. Nice little color to it. Very refreshing. Looks like summer. All right.
Smells like summer,
but,
too, yeah.
but it does.
Yeah.
But it actually is
Smells
good year round. Cheers, Chef. Thank you
Cheers.
very much. Let's give
Thanks
it
a
a
lot.
taste. See
Yeah.
what we think. Oh, wow. Wow.
Is there any Southern comfort in that?
No, I
didn't think so.
bold black cherry.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I always say, you know what that tastes like? Another.
It's good.
Ah. All right. Thanks, Chef Dallas McGarity from Marketplace Restaurant at Theater Square. Anyway, that will do it for this edition of Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. For Kevin Harnett, I'm Tim Laird, and we'll see you next time. Woo!
We love you, Tim, and we love you as well for watching. Thanks so much. We appreciate Dallas McGarity for coming in to share his secrets, the fine folks here at Sullivan University for being our title sponsor, as well as Kentucky Proud. If you're looking for the recipes, as promised, you can find them online by going to newlocaltv.com. There you'll find not only today's recipes, but recipes for all of our shows, as well as a complete restaurant guide and some videos to help guide you through the cooking process. We appreciate you watching Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. I'm Kevin Harnett, and for all of us at B&B Productions, we'll see you next time.
Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live is recorded in front of a live studio audience.